My name is Rachel. You could call me Tweenie McQueen. I am on a journey and I want to share it. More so for accountability. So, a bit about myself. I I like a lot of things. Like I'm one of those people who have started so many things and I'm good at a lot of things. And for some reason nothing really sticks. Like I think that I found one thing that I want to go into, and I hope that you stick with me to find out, about the other things, because a lot of it is kind of intertwined on this journey. And even as we are just about 2 minutes into the video, 2 minutes? Okay, well, I did a first take before and I just kind of pause it and cut it back. So, whatever point in time we are in this video, I am still mindful of the time. So, this year I started off, having certain goals. I'm not a new year, new me kind of person, but I definitely had certain things that I began the year with the intent of doing. It has changed slightly in that my focus is generally the same holistically in terms of self-development and finding my personal aesthetic. Well, not really finding it, but bear with me, right? A lot of content creators always speak about manifestation and becoming your best self and glowing up and all of this, and I went down the rabbit hole of self-development and trying to manifest my reality and all of that. And I am neurodivergent, so I took a lot of things quite literally. And recently, today that I'm filming this, is the 7th of April. Maybe 3 days ago, so that is the 4th or the 5th of April, somewhere around there, it clicked. Well, part of it clicked with the whole manifestation thing, with acting as if it already is and all of that. And hopefully you stick with me on this journey, because my thoughts are kind of sporadic but intertwined at the same time. So I find myself kind of going off on little tangents and then coming back to the point, because that's just how my brain works. So if you can deal with that, stick around, because I have like a whole lot to talk about. Some spirituality, but more so because I grew up in a religious kind of household, and now I'm kind of branching off. I wouldn't say always, but I was a bit open-minded about a lot of things, and willing to learn, especially within the last 10 years or so. I'm 30, about to be 31 this year, so yeah. So that might tie into my whole journey with human design. Kind of dabbled in that, if you're into that. And a bit of astrology, kind of look into that. And I was also a science student, so I love science, and I actually see a lot of spiritual things within, I don't know, scientific theories and whatnot. So stick with me on that, because that might come at some point in time when I'm speaking about some epiphany. By the way, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, hence the accent, and I am just very excited, and this is the first time really doing this. And maybe for some years I've been thinking about doing things like podcasts. I've thought about doing a YouTube channel before, as in a at the point in time I knew it was some other topic, something kind of spiritual, I guess, at the point in time, because that was where I was at that point. And just a couple of days ago, I just decided, here's what, when I have time, I will take you all on my journey, whoever decides to watch. But this is really a diary for me. So this is my diary that I am kind of sharing with you all. Yeah, open to scrutiny, whatever, but I just feel like I can't be the only one going through a journey similar to this one that I am on. So here I am. So that's my unscripted, unfiltered introduction, I guess, and what to expect. Right now, it's after work. I work 8 to 4, which is equivalent to like a 9 to 5 in other countries. And I do food drop, which is the equivalent of Uber Eats. So food delivery. That's like Trinidad's version. That's as my side hustle. And I want to share my journey of my glow up / me becoming the avatar of my character that I play in this 3D reality. Disclaimer, I think so highly of myself, and I honestly feel that everyone should think highly of themselves as well. If you get triggered, you better, that's something for you to work on, right? Anyway, I was always like a tomboy, never really paid much attention to my appearance and whatnot, and over the years, there are people in my life that allowed me to take note and maybe consider being open to certain things aesthetically. And I am a person who I don't really like to spend a lot of time every day, daily, doing like makeup and whatnot, for lack of a better word. I'll find the word at some point in time, right? But I don't like to spend my day every day doing that. So I will take you on my journey of, this is the start of that. I have this idea of who I want to be in my mind, and I've read the self-development books. I have watched a lot of videos and did meditations and journal. Well, I still journal a lot, right? And even here in this car, I see people passing and whatnot, and they probably see me talking to my phone like, a crazy person, but I'm taking the leap anyway, and taking you on this diary with me of my journey. Maybe over the next year. So we're in April. So hopefully by next year, April, I'll have some, well, we could watch back and see the progress I've made. We are talking about the beauty, like the aesthetics, and a lot of people would say, buy the type of clothes you would see your future self wearing. Try to do the things that you would see your future self doing. And they would say, behave like your future self and all of this. And it's like, it does work to a certain extent. I'm being delusional to a certain extent. But as much as I was trying to do it from a mental aspect, I realized that my physical avatar doesn't really match that version that I could see myself being, that potential. So I am going to try, give it a shot. Now, in keeping with myself and being authentic and true to who I am, which there are clothes that I bought to try to be that version of my future self, that it wasn't really lining up with the version of myself that I truly want to be. And I'll give you more of that in some other video that had to do with femininity and blah blah blah. I still haven't worn those clothes out in public. I've tried it on and it's like, But now I want to be, I have gotten to a point where I truly fully embrace and would like to live my true inner self and who I feel that I am out loud. So, this is my diary of this. This is my day one. And the reason why I came up so close to the camera is because my first thing that I would like to do is get some micro shaded eyebrows. The reason why is because the lady, lovely person who does my hair for me, which it needs to be done right now. I need to set an appointment. She's one of the only people who I would trust to put makeup on my face, you know? One of the only people. The last time I went to do my hair, which was like a few months ago, to go to some event or something like that, she said to me, your eyebrows frames your face. And if you learn to do your eyebrows, that could make a huge difference. Being me, I don't like to have to do a lot of things to myself before I leave the house. I'm hence the reason for having dreadlocks, because I don't want to be styling my hair all the time. I kind of low maintenance, but I can appreciate putting effort into my appearance, you know? I understand it now as currency, and it took me years. Maybe we could do that in another video, touch on that. But my first glow up procedure that I'm going to do, and I've already booked the appointment for next week, is to get some micro shaded brows. So, I'm a little unibrow here, which is fine. I'll just shave it, but you can see what's happening with my eyebrows, right? So I'm gonna get the micro shaded brows, and I'll keep you posted on that journey. I have some other things that I would like to enhance. Not necessarily fix, but enhance. So in keeping with true to myself, that I don't like to have to do a lot of things in the morning, because my day is really long. From 4 in the morning, I am awake, I try to leave my house by around 5:15 a.m. and then I get to work, and after work I do my side hustle food drop, and right now I'm waiting on a pickup order. It's about 20 minutes again before the pickup time because they are preparing the food, I guess. So, and I'm right outside the restaurant, so it's fine. So, I don't want to spend a lot of time in the morning doing my brows. I have long days, and I would like to have that done, finished, look with my eyebrows to frame my face as I was um, advised, or that information. I took it, and then I came across microshade, and I was like, what can I do to save me time to invest in myself? Speaking of the investing in myself, I've invested in like businesses and ventures and all of that, and so that is other things. Like, when I tell you, like, I have a lot of things to talk about. Okay, I just don't want to be scripted. Not really. Not I'm not good at that. I just want to go on a tangent, and if you want to listen, cool. So, my journey, aesthetics. First, um, order of business, microshade on my brows. I've already booked my appointment, so the journey has already started. Second, I would like to invest in going to the gym. Third, I want to purchase a laptop and then a DJ turntable. That's another story. And I need to purchase a laptop I have a laptop, but it's not, the system is not rigorous enough to support like producer programs, so, and DJs and whatnot. So I'll tell you more about that when that comes, as well as other things that I've tried that have led me to this point. I know I jumped a lot. There's so much. And as I got this drop and I came to the spot to pick up the food, I thought, why not just make the video? Just make the video and see what happens. And hopefully the people who sees this video understands what I'm saying, and just take you on that journey. I'll share more about it in the future. Well, maybe in my next video when I can compose my thoughts a bit better and it wasn't so on the fly, because this was not planned. I didn't know that I would get the chance to do this, and there were 2 other drops that came through before, but for some reason I didn't get it. Like, the app, someone else probably accepted it before me. So I had the time to do this video. Also, I would be going into how I plan to deal with finances, because I booked the appointment and I honestly don't have money for the appointment yet. I am going to work this week to make money for that brow shading appointment. And the micro shading appointment, and eventually I hope to get to a place where I can be a bit more relaxed and be more relaxed about my side hustle. Or I also wanted to move out this year from where I'm living and live somewhere else on my own. I'm not sure how that's gonna look. That's on the back burner now. That was one of the goals at the beginning of the year, in the beginning. So, yeah. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And if there's anything that I touched on that you want to know about, feel free to comment. Other than that, I'm just going to be posting my basically my journal entries. Yeah. So hopefully it gets more structured. Maybe, maybe not. I I'm also working on the fear of being seen. Yeah. So because I honestly believe that I've I've experimented with so many things. Like I have done 21-day water fast, 28-day water fast, 90-day raw food diets. Like wow, like I just experiment with a lot of things, and like I like learning new things and how people think and all of that, like just a lot. And I just would like to share it to anyone who wants to hear about it or don't, but I just want to have this journey, this diary. And this first video is just to kind of touch on all the possible topics that could arise, including like some feminine health and whatnot. One of the things that I want to try is bee pollen for boosting estrogen for the ladies there, because in keeping with the whole aesthetic thing, I have like hairs. People might want to show it, but I have it. Usually I pluck, but over the weekend I didn't. I just did some exfoliation, because sometimes the ingrown hairs they get a hard time to come through, and I find that exfoliation helps. So if any of the ladies have problems with maybe the ingrowns on my journey, you'll see how I'll be trying things and come back to you as well with that. Some of the things I have in mind to try is spearmint oil or spearmint tea. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, I haven't seen it anywhere yet. I would look for the spearmint oil and try to put it in my moisturizer or something. I want maybe in the future to try laser hair removal for my chin. And what else? Well, we spoke about the bee pollen and certain natural skincare products, because I want to work on my skincare as well. This right now is as bad as it usually gets. I don't know where these breakouts coming from, but if I had to guess, it would be from the sliced cheese that I've been eating a lot lately, which is something that I don't usually do. But yeah, so I guess that's all for now. I'm going to check and see if the food is ready in that place, although I doubt. But sometimes it's ready a bit early, so I'm about to go check on that. And maybe in the next in our next video in the future, I'll explain my reason and how I started the side hustle, and like maybe how I got here and more of my journey and the things that I have dabbled in and whatnot. But there's a lot. And like I'm not afraid of being seen anymore. But at the same time, I don't want to just tell everybody about me in like my day-to-day life, like the people at work and whatnot, because I don't think that they would relate. So really and truly, the reason for posting this video is so that if anyone who sees this can relate to anything that I post, and if any information that I post on this journey is helpful to anyone who sees it, that is all I could hope for. Because a lot of times we try to share information with people and it's not received well because they wasn't asking for it, they wasn't looking for it. Sorry, they weren't whatever, they weren't. So they weren't looking for it, they weren't asking, and it might come across to them as me being pushy or trying to force information on them, and that is not my intent. I honestly just want to help people. So I guess it took me like what, 20 something minutes to say that. You see? But yeah, I don't know who would see this. If they do, hey, welcome. Hopefully we can build a community of people who understand each other, you know. And as a neurodivergent person, I find myself having that hurdle in life to overcome, which is people understanding me. So hopefully I find people here on this platform, wherever this is, that because of my content can feel understood as well. Yeah. So yeah, because I find myself understanding people and not feeling the same understanding in return, and having people think that because I understand them that I need to agree with them, as if understanding and agreement is synonymous and mutually exclusive, and they're not. You know. So yeah, anyway, signing out. I'm going to check on my food order to see if it's ready and head on the road and deliver that. Until next time, soon hopefully. Bye.